Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and Amazon's Prime Day for 2026 is finally here, and there's so many different discounts and deals to take a look at, but I thought we'd go over the best Apple deals. So everything from Apple devices to things to protect your devices, clean them, and more. And thanks to Casecu, iNew, and Fantic for sponsoring this video. Now the first thing is iPad. The iPad 11th generation, so the base iPad, is now $50 off for Prime Day. It brings the starting price to $299 for the base version, and if you ever wanted to try out iPad, this is the best way to do that, pretty inexpensively. So that's probably the best deal I've seen in quite some time. And again, you'd have to pick up the pencil separately, but it does have the options of using the pencil and using just about everything you would want, with maybe a few exceptions if you wanted to step up to maybe a higher end version. Now, the best version, at least in my opinion, is the iPad Pro, and that's also discounted with Amazon Prime Day. $100 off, so that means the 11-inch version starts at $899.99, where the 13-inch version that I have here starts at $1199.99. So again, it's discounted $100. It's one of my favorite devices ever. The nano texture display, it's super fast, incredibly thin, and again, one of my favorite devices. I'll have a follow-up video about this one, but I really love this device, and it's definitely the best display that Apple makes, in my opinion, next to the Studio display as well, but both are fantastic displays. This one's even better because it's OLED. Now the next thing has to do with Apple Watch. With the Apple Watch discounts for Amazon Prime Day, the Apple Watch Series 11 is $100 off to start. So you'll see here, this is the Series 11, and it's a great device, especially if you want to get watchOS 27 and you don't have something that can maybe run that when that releases to the public later this year. This will be able to do that. The other watch that's also $100 off is the Apple Watch Ultra 3 that I'm wearing here. This is my favorite Apple Watch. It's super fast. It's titanium, doesn't get hot in the heat as it doesn't conduct heat well, and I'm using a Nomad band with it. I'll link in the description as well, but this is one of my favorites, and again, it's $100 off to start for Prime Day. So one of my favorite watches of all time, gets great battery life, has an incredible display, great viewing angles, and works great even in the hottest of sunlight or anything else, so really no issues there. And again, you'll have to use this if you have an Apple Watch Ultra 1 in order to use watchOS 27. Now, of course, if you don't want the discount, maybe you should wait for Apple Watch Ultra 4. That would definitely be an upgrade, of course. But again, at this point, we don't know that it will look any different, and this is discounted for now. The next thing is ways to protect your iPhone. People ask me all the time, what case do I recommend? And Casecu is who I've recommended the most and actually heard the most positive feedback about. They have great cases, and for Prime Day, Casecu has two great case deals, and the first one is with the Linku case. It's a protective case with a crystal clear transparent back that works with MagSafe. It also has a very strong magnet, and it's made of TPE and Crystgel 2.0 to stay clear over time. But it has something I haven't seen before with the ClipSafe. It's a foldable and invisible buckle designed to attach a lanyard, keys, or even your AirPods case or anything with a clip or keyring. The other case is the Stanku case. This is something they've had for a while that I really like, and it has a premium electroplated metal finish with a built-in 360-degree stand. It lays flat when you don't need it, but it also can stand your phone vertically or horizontally. The MagSafe ring also has strong magnets and can hold up to 7.3 kg of holding force and works great with MagSafe chargers and accessories. Both cases offer a secure grip and of course keep your iPhone safe and come in different colors to complement your iPhone. Now the next thing, of course, once you have a case on your phone is a way to protect your screen. And so that one I would take a look at one of the ESR screen protectors. Now looking all over Prime Day, I found these to be one of the best values. Whether or not they even go on sale even more, we don't know, but they're $13.99 for 3 of them, and they're super easy to install. That's one reason I really like them. So basically just wipe your phone down after you've cleaned it, place it in here. We'll just do it in real time. Close this just like that, and then pull the tab. Pull it out just like that, bring out your phone, there we go, and you'll see we have a couple air bubbles. So once you're done just pushing out the air bubbles, you're good to go. It's super strong and protective, and again, it comes with 3 different ones for $13.99, so I thought it was a great deal. Now the next set of deals on Amazon Prime Day has to do with chargers and power banks, and this one has to be probably the smallest power bank I've seen that has a huge 10,000 milliamp hour battery inside. The iNew Pocket Rocket P50 power bank is only $29.96 for Prime Day, and it can charge your iPhone at up to 18 watts on one single port, or it can charge your iPhone 17 Pro up to 65% in 25 minutes. But it has 3 different ports. It's got a USB-A and 2 USB-C ports. They're both in and out ports as well on USB-C, and you can charge 3 devices at 15 watts max apiece. So that's pretty great. Let's go ahead and plug it in and get it charging my iPhone that's only at 45% here, and it's an incredibly small charger that you could easily throw into your bag. But it only weighs 5.6 ounces or 160 kilograms, and it also comes in 7 different colors. iNew also has other chargers on sale, such as the P781 MagSafe battery pack, again 10,000 milliamp hours. So this is much better compared to what we have from Apple this year. So again, you can charge your phone. We do need to turn it on here. So there we go, it's charging already. And again, it's 10,000 milliamp hours on the back of your phone. It's Qi 2.2 certified and charges at 25 watts, up to 45 watts if you want to use the USB-C port that's included here, and again, charge your phone wired. So some great battery packs at a much better discount this year. And again, this tiny one that I'm going to be using regularly for travel, I'll just throw in my backpack when I travel, and I'll have a 10,000 milliamp hour power bank with me. Now, of course, there's some other chargers as well, so let's take a look at those. And the first one is the Anker 100 watt charger. Now I use this to charge my MacBook and additional items at once. For example, you'll see the little computer here that's charging my MacBook Air while at the same time charging my Vision Pro, and then you could plug in an additional accessory. This is way smaller than what Apple offers, and again, it's up to 100 watts of charging. For Prime Day, it's down to $59.99. Down from $69.99, so it's not a huge discount, but this is one of my favorite chargers, and I've bought a couple of them to use around the house and when I'm traveling. Also, one of my favorite chargers is from Anker as well, with their new Smart Display charger. I've talked about this in the past, but again, you can orient it a couple different ways. So with the Anker charger, let's go ahead and plug this in. This is a 45 watt charger with a little bit of a personality. It shows you what you're charging and at what rate, and it can charge up to 45 watts. This is $10 off and down to $29.99 for Prime Day. Now, if you want something that charges at the same speed, that's reliable but less expensive, we have the Belkin 45 watt charger. This is only $12.99, down from $19.99 for Prime Day. Again, charges up to 45 watts and is a great deal if you just want something that's budget and then on the go. Now, in addition to this, of course, we have Apple's MagSafe battery pack for the iPhone Air. It's down to $59, down from $99. But honestly, this iNew 10,000 milliamp hour battery pack is a much better choice and fits all of the iPhones with the MagSafe. So probably I would just pick one of those up instead, but you could get this if you wanted it to keep the thin profile. Now let's move on to the MacBook. Now, with Apple saying the price of devices will probably go up due to the high memory costs we've been seeing lately, there's some good deals, especially on one of my favorite MacBooks, the M5 MacBook Air. So the M5 MacBook Air is $149 off on certain models, including both the 13-inch and 15-inch models. I use this for taking all my notes. I typically use it with the Vision Pro and for betas and things like that. So this is a great device. I highly recommend it. But of course, there's some deals on the MacBook Pro as well, and that's what I use to edit my videos. So with the MacBook Pro, M5 Pro, and M5 Max, again, there's some discounts up to $230 off or so. Again, it really is dependent on the configuration, but one of my favorite devices ever. It's like using an M1 Ultra on the go. I used to use a Mac Studio, this replaced it, and I've had no regrets. It's actually super fast. The only thing it's lacking is the amount of ports that you get on a Mac Studio. So at this point, this is great on the go and super fast, again, up to about $230 off depending on the configuration. The next set of Amazon Prime deals I thought we'd focus on have to do with keeping your devices clean. Before I film a video, I'm always making sure everything's spotless so that it looks great on camera. And of course, with all the electronics, computers, and things we have, it seems that they just never stop accumulating dust as well. So my next recommendation is the Fantic Pro Max Electric Air Duster. Fantic is actually one of my favorite accessory companies, and they make products that I already use, such as a portable vacuum in my car, portable air pump that I keep with me everywhere, as well as electric screwdrivers and much more. This comes in 2 different sizes, and the air duster helps you get dust out of hard to reach places like a keyboard and around and under computers. It has a brushless motor that spins up to 130,000 RPM and 65 meters per second wind speed. It has a built-in 4,000 milliamp hour battery, and you can charge it via USB-C. It even has an LED light built in if you're cleaning under a desk that's hard to see, and it's on sale for $44.99. I'll turn it on here. You can see the LED, and this is just on setting 1. The amount of wind that comes out of here to help you clean under your keyboard is pretty incredible. And of course, they make other accessories as well. Larger ones here with different attachments you can place on the front. It comes with additional accessories as well. So whatever your need, it seems like they have that. And of course, that screwdriver I mentioned, this one's pretty incredible, pretty portable. You've got a bunch of different bits that come along with it. Place those in here, and then you can simply turn it on and then push forward for clockwise or down for counterclockwise. So super helpful and something that I already use day to day. So highly recommended. And again, I'll link all of these in the description below. Now, of course, keeping the surface clean is something I do as well, and really the only deal I could find has to do with something I already use. That's Whoosh Cleaner. This is something I use on all my displays. I've bought it multiple times myself. Comes with a microfiber cloth and really helps you get those fingerprints off of things such as MacBooks. So again, it takes all the fingerprints right off this midnight color MacBook Air, which is very prone to fingerprints. Very easy to get fingerprints on it all over the place, and this just does a great job of cleaning it. It doesn't leave a residue, and so I use it right before every single video to wipe down my iPhone, make sure it's dust-free and streak-free. And again, something I use personally that I definitely recommend. So I'll link that in the description. It's currently about $20 for this, but this has lasted me well over a year at this point. Now, there's a couple deals for Prime Day for AirPods as well. The first one has to do with the new AirPods Max 2. They're now $50 off, so it's a little bit of a discount, not anything crazy, but $50 off for Prime Day. And then AirPods 4 with active noise cancellation are down to $149 or $30 off. The biggest discount, though, was with AirPods Pro 3. Now, they may be sold out at this point, but they were down to $169. So with $169 as the price, these are a very good deal and something I would highly recommend. Of course, with iOS 27, if you have the beta of that on your device, as well as the beta for AirPods Pro 3, and you go into audio and routing, you'll have the equalizer option. So it's great to have that. You could try it out. And again, pretty good deal. And then you could adjust the EQ however you want, reset it, or whatever works best for you. So all of those are on discount. Again, all linked in the description below for Prime Day. Now, storage is at a premium price right now, and one of the deals I could find is not this specific one, but the Samsung Portable SSD T7. It's down to $189.98, down from $274.99 for 1 terabyte. That's pretty expensive, but much cheaper than I've seen it before. So the good thing with this is not only can you use this for your iPhone, as maybe using it for ProRes or something like that, plug it into your iPhone, then go into your camera, and then you can go into your video settings, we'll spin this around, and then you could record ProRes if you wanted to. So again, if we go in here, let's switch over maybe to log, and it says slow storage. So the T7 wouldn't have this issue, and of course you need the fastest cable to go along with it. But this device may not work well for this, but just keep in mind the T7 should be fast enough, and then of course you can record directly to the SSD if you want. And you'll see that in the upper right, ProRes log. So it's great that it's on sale. Again, hopefully memory prices come back down, but that was the only one I could find a great deal on. And not only a great deal, one that I would trust, that I've used for years and had no issues with. So sometimes you'll have issues with SSDs. This one I really haven't. And so that's everything so far for Amazon's Prime Day. Sometimes there's great deals, and I've been looking for some smart home deals as well. And sometimes it's just a little too early before they're live. So if I find anything else, I'll link them in the description below, such as Govee smart lights that I use and other products as well. Of course, I'll link this wallpaper in the description like I normally do. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.